In today's video, we're going to talk about what you believe to be true is your truth. And in the ways of the energy we're projecting to the outer world, the energy we're projecting and what you believe to be true inside your own body and mind is what is reflected back to you. And when you can learn to change the self concept, how you view yourself, what you expect from yourself in the form of results, the reality that you have imagined and created, the desires and the wish of the feeling fulfilled, the not needing it anymore. It's already here. That all of these things and conditions come from the mind and the imagination and the realization of self, who you choose to be, the things you choose to have. There is no more being attached to attachments. There's no more being attached to not having. This concept of self has everything that the human mind envisions in the form of success, in the form of abundance, in the form of being accepted. Because being accepted by the outer world and the things that you are trying to have happen in your life in the form of business, in the form of relationship, that success that comes to you has once first been imagined by man or woman. And after imagining it, then you take on the feelings of the belief. And that's where most people get it wrong. Is that you think about it for a couple days, or you think about changing the concept, changing the self-image after you've read a couple books. And then the first thing that triggers you when you go out into the real world, it sends you right back into the old. And how one can get over that is start to live with awareness. And you are the awareness, observing that you are aware now. And when that starts to happen, again, after the self-concept has been reassured by you, by God, by others, when that short little thing that would try to trigger you to return to the old happens, you can brush it away aside, view it, let it happen, and be gone. Because in this state of consciousness, we are awake. And the example I just gave to you, where a trigger would come in, the second that somebody treats you in the way that you would not like, you can view that, not let it consume you, and not identify with it. And know that the energy in the state of consciousness you are now being is not in alignment with that poor treatment. And what if I were to tell you the victimization, the being treated poorly, comes from an old past belief of yourself, the belief towards other people? And when there's a belief there that you would be treated in a particular way, it happens. And when there are malicious thoughts towards others and opportunities, what you believe to be true in others, they will believe to be true in you. So if you choose for them to not view you in that light, in that darkness, that is the old self we are transcending. You want to believe the new truth. The truth is the one that you believe You have come to the realization of self, of man or woman. You, living in your human body, the spirit, the conscious observer, you are now sending that person that would normally trigger you, that would normally view you in a negative light, respectful thoughts. And this is not, we have to tell them day one, this is not a game. We're not playing games with people. We are working on ourselves to create characters. And the character is that of the most successful you. That is what I help people do on the channel and one-on-one. And when you come to the realization that there was a belief there that came from the person who continues to trigger you, when you send them the energy of respect and love and acceptance, they cannot deny you of the fact, because the fact that is true, the present that is true, the presence within your own body, your state of consciousness is now a match with the desired result. And the desired result will be that that person respects you in return. And if that respect is in the form of them not giving you their energy because they don't resonate with you, it is happening for you, not to you. So stop thinking that everybody needs to like you in this state. And when those choose to not be involved in your life, it will not have a negative effect on you. It will have a positive effect. And then you can focus on the relationships and the opportunities that are actually meant for you. And you can completely transform your life and what you are going after in this state. When I practice being in this state that helps others, that doesn't expect in return, I was naturally embodying the state that has respect. And what then began to happen with those that I found I had poisonous relationships with, I now have respect from them. And I'm not best friends with them all. I don't need validation. It's the truth I am making you realize we don't need validation from those we once thought were enemies. Is that the reason that they were enemies was because you imagined it and it became true. And when you switch that thought and feeling that was imagined to having respect for them and then things are okay and live with acceptance, the courage to allow them to be, their energy would actually change because the polarities would change. It's not malicious thought mirrored back. It's a thought of acceptance. I like what you're doing. I like who you are. I don't need you. What is mirrored back to you is I like who you are. I respect what you're doing. And you are a very powerful man or woman. I can see that you don't need my energy anymore. You don't need my hate. You don't believe that I hate you. So what that person will then shift their energy to will be a match, because your state of consciousness is that of someone who attracts love, someone who attracts peace, someone who attracts success. And if you believe the success to be true in others and want to give instead of be envious, what will be mirrored back to you by the outer world and the opportunities is that this man or woman is successful. So have my services. Here's my $50 for your session. You are worth that. Well, when you believe that people owe you things and you're still the victim and you have to chase after clients, you have to do this and that to achieve this and that, without your state of consciousness being a match with those actions, they will fail because you are still living in the old state of consciousness, which sends a vibration. Energy is all sent. Energy is sent to God. We are in the state living subconsciously, which is our heaven. The kingdom lives within us all. And when you learn to make a match with who you are being, which is the I am in your character, powered by God's source energy, you then make a match with positive, flowing, loving connections. And when I learned to grasp this, all of my businesses grew. They blew off the ground. And this is not, I'm bragging to you. This is just to tell you, when I switched my energy, the clients and the things I attracted in switched their energy and how they viewed me, because I no longer needed them anymore. And it's not, I want them to need me. I'm here to empower others. I'm not here for them to depend on me, because dependency energy, it's not a good energy. I don't like clinging. I want people to know that they have within them the truth that I have discovered for myself, and it's to come to the true realization of self. And that is changing the self-concept to being worthy of whatever you put your mind on. Because we believe that those who get rich, those who receive money, that it is just handed to them. And then we live with envy for those things. But do you realize that staying in that state of mind, that state of consciousness, is what's preventing you to be in alignment with those riches, to be in alignment with that success and abundance? And when you switch your mind to abundance, respect, and bring your level of character and self-conception to that is equal to those you are inspired by, then you are free. You are given the liberty to do equal work. And what you will end up doing is attracting an audience and a clientele of people who match your resonating energy. And that energy that is being pushed out, that belief of yourself that is being pushed out, people can feel that. And what is mirrored back to you by them, and even those that used to treat you poorly, is that this person believes that they are this. This person does this because that is their conception. They do it with conviction. The same way I started, it wasn't succeeding. I just kept going at it, whether it's on here or social media. It wasn't, I need to have a viral video to keep doing this. It was, my conception of man completely changed to that of the successful full-time YouTuber that switched my career completely. I switched what I have coming in the form of money, because I changed the way I view money. I changed my relationship with people that I thought were my enemies. And what then happened was that most of these people, the ones that I choose to take claim and have a good relationship with, that I once thought were enemies, were mirroring back to me that this man has good respect, good energy for me, good respect. And what was mirrored back to me by those people I once thought were enemies is that they respect me in return. They like me in return. And I wasn't doing it to manipulate them. I was doing it because of my self-conception. And I'm now connected to God and the divine. It helps power my YouTube videos. It helps power my decisions when it comes to social media strategies. The 3 businesses that I've built for myself. The not needing to depend on long-haul truck driving anymore, because that is not part of my image for myself. That is something I did to get me to where I'm at now. I don't fault anything I've done in the past. They're all lessons learned. I could have done this work a lot sooner, but I wouldn't be here and now doing it if I was in a different line of time. So everything worked itself out for a reason. There's a reason you found my material on here. You choose to subscribe. And those that really resonate with me, leave comments, reach out for one-on-one coaching. I'm grateful for all of it. It's because of what I believe to be true. I believe is true for my clients and those who watch my material, because I choose to give value every day. Every day, because it's part of me as a human being. That's what gives me love and fulfillment in life, is this source energy from God I've connected with. is giving you guys my love, my passion, which is making content that works on my channel and not needing to analyze what works or doesn't work. I make videos I love. And certain times I'll go back in the past and review what topics did they like. And I try to give you guys a mix of both worlds. I'm doing content I love to do that is in my creative, that is in my repertoire of things I like to talk about. And then I'm continuing to grow. I go into different directions as I study and learn different principles to be able to apply to our spiritual lives. So I thank you for watching this one, and I will see you on the next video.